A former lawmaker has made a series of explosive claims against the highest office in the Philippines. He alleges that President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. was directly involved in massive corruption tied to the national budget. These accusations have rocked the political landscape, sparking fierce public debate and renewing deep-seated distrust in the government. But what exactly is being claimed, and why is this such a big deal? Let's break it down. The man at the center of this storm is Zaldy Co, a former party-list representative. While staying outside the Philippines, he released a series of online videos. In these statements, he claims he was ordered by powerful political figures to insert billions of pesos into the national budget, primarily for flood control projects. Now, on the surface, funding for flood control makes sense. The Philippines is constantly hit by typhoons and severe flooding, so large infrastructure budgets are expected. But according to Co, these projects were just a cover for corruption. He alleges that many of them were overpriced, completely unnecessary, or didn't even exist. The most shocking part of his claim is that a huge portion of this money was returned as kickbacks to politicians. Co didn't just hint at this. He directly named President Marcos and other senior officials, claiming that tens of billions of pesos were funneled back to them. To back this up, he released photos and videos showing bags and suitcases supposedly filled with cash, presenting them as proof of the illegal transactions. As you can imagine, these claims sent shockwaves across the country. The sheer amounts of money mentioned were staggering, and the accusations pointed straight to the very top of the political food chain. The government's response, however, was swift and firm. Malacagang, the presidential palace, flatly rejected the allegations, calling them lies and a politically motivated attack. President Marcos publicly challenged Zaldy Co to return to the Philippines, face the charges against him, and testify under oath. The administration's stance is clear. Social media videos are not evidence. Real accountability requires sworn statements, cross-examination, and verifiable proof that can stand up in a court of law. Meanwhile, in Congress, impeachment complaints that cited Co's allegations were filed, but these were eventually dismissed, with lawmakers saying they lacked sufficient substance. Supporters of the administration point to this as proof that the claims are weak, but critics argue the exact opposite, saying it just shows how political power can shield high-ranking officials from real scrutiny. Public opinion is sharply divided. Some see Zaldy Co as a brave whistleblower, exposing a rotten system from the inside. They believe his life could be in danger, which explains why he remains abroad. For them, the detailed nature of his claims demands a full and independent investigation. Others, however, see Co as an unreliable figure who's just trying to save his own skin. They point out that he himself was part of the budget process and might be trying to escape responsibility by pointing fingers at those higher up. For these critics, his refusal to come home and testify completely undermines his credibility. This whole controversy taps into a much deeper, more painful issue. For years, flood control projects in the Philippines have been dogged by allegations of corruption. Despite billions being spent annually, many communities continue to suffer from devastating floods year after year. This raises a heartbreaking question. If all that money is being allocated, why aren't things getting better? This scandal touches on a raw nerve for many Filipinos, feeding frustrations about governance, accountability, and the nagging suspicion that public funds aren't being used for the public good. So, why does this matter so much? Because it shines a bright light on three major, persistent problems in Philippine politics. First, the budget process is not transparent. The average citizen has almost no idea how funds are really allocated or who actually benefits. Second, holding the most powerful people accountable is incredibly difficult. When accusations involve top officials, investigations often stall or never even begin. And third, public trust in our institutions is eroding. Every unresolved scandal just deepens the public skepticism toward government promises and reforms. Whether Zaldy Co's allegations are ever proven true or are eventually dismissed, the political damage is already done. The issue has fueled protests, widened political divides, and reopened old wounds about corruption at the highest levels. The critical questions now are, will we see a truly independent and credible investigation? Will Zaldy Co return to testify under oath? And will this controversy finally lead to real, meaningful reforms, or will it just fade away like so many scandals before it? In Philippine politics, sometimes the accusation alone is enough to reshape the entire narrative, long before the truth ever comes out. So now, I want to turn the conversation over to you. Do you think this is a genuine expose of corruption, or is it a calculated political move with hidden motives? Let's talk about it. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.